In many media, mages are often seen wearing a typical and peculiar hat, a pointy hat. This is a common sight, and casters are often associated with this accessory, to the point where if there's a mage, there's a good chance they will be adorned with one. One type of pointy hat stood out for me when I was young. The ones worn by Doremi and her friends in Magical Doremi, a magical girl type series I loved back then. As usual with this genre of manga and anime, each character had their color associated with them, and so their pointy hats were colorful and cute. So then, as soon as I got the chance in this game, I did the same, having color-themed outfits and pointy hats. Hi, my name is Polu, and yes, I'm making a tier list about the pointy hats in Final Fantasy XIV. So first, what is a pointy hat? There are two elements at least, a base, generally flat, and a cone-shaped cloth on top of it. So things like the cotton sugarloaf hat are not included. As a heads up, some pointies have many versions, and in this video, I will only include the dyeable ones, unless it exists only as a non-dyeable item, of course. What makes a good pointy hat? There could be some criteria, like adaptability, style, dyeability, originality, etc. And while some of those can come in the game, I don't care all that much. You know why? Because this is a 100% subjective tier list. Sure, I'll consider some criteria, but at the end of the day, this is my point of view. And if you don't agree with it, then share your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, let's not waste more time and rank these pointies. And we are off to a good start. The witch hat is dyeable, has a good shape, a good size, and the little pumpkins are cute and glow in the dark. I use it on my Dark Knight and I love it. Easy A tier. I only have the ribboned one because I wanted to have one, but I'm not actually interested in wearing them. They aren't dyeable, are really costumey, fun for Halloween I guess, but not more. D tier. The Matoya's hat. I absolutely love it. Even though it's 1. Hard to obtain, you have to buy the first lore book of FF14 to get it, which makes it 2. The most expensive hat ever, and 3. It's not even dyeable. But you know what? I don't care. It's no wonder I use my alchemist every time I speak. I love this glam and this hat is the reason why. Eerie hat. D tier. It's cute, but not dyeable, and nothing really exciting here. Sure, the spider webs are unique for a pointy hat, but it's still very basic, and on top of that, a dyeable version without spider webs exists, which, spoiler alert, I'm not the biggest fan of either. The hempen hat. It's the most basic of the pointy hats. It's okay, not the best shape, the size makes it go with a lot of things, but that's it. Dyeable, of course. D. Black Bosom hat. That's one expensive hat. Cool reference, really cute, but not dyeable. I find it okay, and that's it. Flowers are cool, but not enough to rank it higher than C. For the woolen hat, it's a simple one, but with a feather at the end of the tail. Nothing really exciting about it. It's okay on gatherers and on glams that are nature inspired, but there are better options. And the linen hat is the same, but the feather is black, so it's edgier, I guess? Still a D. For the felt hat, it's the same thing as the previous two, but with a metal thingy on the front. I like it. I used it on my melee and physical range jobs because the metal thingy makes it look sturdier. But again, there are better options. Though I have to give it credit. It's simple, but sophisticated enough for some to choose it over a lot of others if they want a simple but interesting hat. C tier. Oh, there's the militia hat. Similar thing, but D tier. The metal thingy is silver, okay, and it has a rainbow feather. It doesn't go well with much, to be honest. I love the rainbow feather, but it's also the downfall of this hat. The first ever Black Mage hat, the Augmented Wizard's Petassos, is a classic. I don't have the augmented version though, because, well, I don't like it all that much. Not only are there better pointy hats, but there are also better Black Mage hats. And the visor is not hideable, so yeah, D tier. The replica Dreadworm Petassos of Casting. I was hesitant to include this one, but I don't know, for me it fits the bill, kind of. It's like a cool armored pointy hat, in my opinion. Problem, the gold part is not dyeable, so it does not go well with all armored glam, which sucks. Oh well, if I do a paladin who fits one day, C for originality. This, for me, is the simple yet effective pointy hat. The Vanya hats go well with numerous outfits, from Master of the Arcane to casual. You simply can't go wrong with this one. On top of that, the Werewolf hat of Casting is offering us a version of where the belt is silver instead of copper. This is a S tier, a good hat if I've ever seen one. Wolf Liege hat, Wolf's Eye hat. The main difference, the ears Liege are red and eyes are white. I find the mask to be a bit much, but it sure makes a look. I enjoy the wolf-esque aesthetic, and I greatly prefer the Wolf Liege variant. I even used it on a past Black Mage Glam. It's really edgy, going well with a very dark and over-the-top look. S tier. Elk Lord hat, Elk Tail hat. Speaking of over the top, we continue with them. Those give a very fairy woods type of charisma. They are unique and have cool details on them. The pointy part has the shape of a deer's head, and the back looks like the tail of a deer. Of course, the horns are also a nice touch, and the monocle is included. I'm using it as a part of a fairy mage scholar type look for my, well, scholar. It's a striking look, for sure, but to be honest, it's a unique pointy hat, and the look should be made around it if you want it to work. I prefer the elk tail, as the red stripe on the elk lord do not go well with the look, in my opinion. But if you can make it work, be my guest. It's never S tier. Elk Liege hat and the elk horn hat. Okay, I'm not wasting more time. S tier. This one is similar to the previous pointy hat, but with key differences that make it a bit more splashable in my opinion. The horns are bigger. The deer-shaped head is a male, as seen by the little horns, and no monocle is in sight. It's still a particular hat, don't get me wrong. I've never used it, though I really want to. I love how over the top it is, and the details are neat. Not only that, but I don't know which version I like the most, red eyes or green eyes and purple ears. I don't know, but that's a banger of a pointy hat right here. It still gives this very wood feeling, but in a more majestic or aggressive way, given the sheer size of those horns. That's a group of pointy hats. Okay, they are stable hats. As it was the case with the Vanya hats, they go well with a lot of looks. There are some key differences between each version presented. Direwolf is the simplest, having just a solid color all around, while the Cashmere hat of Casting, as well as the Prestige Crimson hat, has the neat pointy motif on the side, giving it more detail. Note that this motif is also present on the previous version, but is not really visible, given that it has the same color as the rest of the hat. Last but not least, there's the altered felt hat. This one is mainly a black hat. The accents of color are on the inside of the hat and the belt wrapped around it, giving it a simpler, sober look. Those versions give the same vibe though, which is classic yet sophisticated, more than the Vanya hat. They might not look so good on casual outfits, but I've used the drywall for a past blue look and the altered felt for the 5 currently. I guess it's not the best for grandiose, magical or anything themed, but for a simpler look, whatever it may be, but still sophisticated and detailed, any of those 3 is a good choice. Which one is a matter of preference at this point. They all go in the A tier. You know what? No. The altered goes in B, just because it's more basic. Okay, now we're starting with the Heavensward hats, and the first one is... The serpent skin hat of casting is a cartoon witch hat, in my opinion, as it is huge. I've never been able to integrate it into any looks I had, and I had a lot. It's still a neat hat, might go well with an ample coat or robe, giving a classic witch wizard look. But even for that, I feel like there are better options. Matoya's hat, while not dyeable, has more personality. Vanya's hat, of course, go well with this concept, and even the eerie hat is great for that. So yeah, it might be a good option for a specific glam, but even then, there are alternatives that can be better. But at least it's dyeable. See it here. The Charlayan Philosopher hat or Perceptor hat. Or look, a B tier hat. Here is the thing about those hats. I absolutely love them to death, but I was never able to use them. We have 2 colors for this hat, one for DPS and one for healer. Black or deep green. The glasses are super cute and they can be removed if you don't want them. It's nice and all, but not being dyeable greatly limits the potential of that hat. I'm glad the colors are somehow splashable in a ton of concepts and glam, and I might use it for glam in the future. I think it can go well with a lot of concepts. As I have already said, a scholar, a cute sorcerer, a mighty wizard, or a magical botanist? Yeah, why not? This one, the Charlayan Conservator's hat, is the smallest pointy hat, and sadly not dyeable. It's still cute, and I'm using it for my botanist actually. The feather and the green colors go well with a very nature-focused theme, but also on a bard or an ancient machinist, perhaps? It might be too limited, but it might also be the best choice for those concepts. I don't know where to put this one. I guess C or B? Yafemi Hat of Healing Casting. This is the hat I had the most trouble farming. Having to queue in the Alliance raid the whipping city of Mach takes forever, and then you have to loot it, which is never guaranteed. But anyway, this is my white mage hat, and I'll never change it. I love it so much. It gives a very raw and arcane magic feel. It's perfection made as a hat. Just enough details to be cool and visible without being too much. It's a magical pointy hat as straightforward as possible, yet with so much attention to detail that, yes, it doesn't go well with any glam, but if you manage to make it work, it will be the crowning jewel of your fit. S tier. Welkin hat, or the level 1 PvP Virtue Welkin hat. For the longest time, it was my astrologian hat, and for good reasons. It's absolutely marvelous. Mixing magic and a very celestial theme, this one is made for the astrologian. And sure, it can work for any jobs, but this is just a top tier astro hat. I will be curious to see it on other jobs. But yeah, for now, I think it's a really specific vibe that only mixes well with one job. Bonus points for the Virtue Welkin hat, which grants us the possibility to have a more silver look instead of gold. Easy S tier. The Goetia Tricorn or the level 1 PvP Virtue Goetia Tricorn. Not a lot of differences between the two versions, but this is just a huge hat. It's giving magical mixed with a pirate theme, I feel like. A great mage hat, no doubt, can work okay with a pirate themed, a Wizard of the Sea maybe? I used it on the previous Black Mage Glam. It works well with a lot of different outfits, simple yet imposing enough to have personality. It also makes me think of a squid? I don't know, the shape kinda does it for me. I'm using it on my fisher to be honest. A good hat. Valerian Wizard's hat. So this one is among the simplest, and for me, it gives a similar feeling to the Conservator hat, but better. It's dyeable, bigger, and the feather is really cute. It gives a traveling, roaming vibe, which is why I choose it for my Pictomancer. Likewise, it's still a splashable hat. Thanks to its simple design, it's just more laid back than Venya or the Direwolf, I guess. A tier for the chill hat. Now that the Heavensward hats are sorted, let's do the Stormblood ones. Starting with the Kutsu hat of casting and healing. Those are weird. For me, they are among the most well-known because they are easy to obtain and very recognizable. I wore them on a Red Mage Clam, and a Pictos too, and Blues as well. But I don't know, they are cool, very striking but kind of hard to wear. I don't know, I struggled to find a glam where they just fit naturally. Might be because of the waves they have. Yeah, well, I'll find a glam for it someday. C tier though. The optical hat. This is the only one I don't have on the list. And it's D tier. Yeah, I don't like this one. Not only is it hard to obtain nowadays, but it's not dyeable and just kind of not cute or cool looking. It's neat as an FF11 reference, but there's not much to say here. It's nothing to write home about. The true Griffin hat of casting and healing. This is one huge hat, maybe the tallest. It's a great pointy hat, what can I say? It's dramatic, with a big pointy part, big feather, big ribbon on the healing version. For me, it's a classic. I've used it mainly for my Red Mage, as it gives both a sense of wilderness and refinement, which is perfect for this job. I have to be honest, I've always preferred the healing version more, but I couldn't wear it for obvious reasons. Well, that is not true since 7.4. Yay! Top tier pointies, S tier. The Anemos 7th Hell Petasos. Anemos, another huge hat. This one is kind of hard to get, as you have to go to Eureka to get the dyeable version. This one loses points for that, because that's a grind that a lot of people won't have time to do. But as it is, it's a great pointy hat. I have some issues though. Among those 4 feathers, only 2 are dyeable, the orange ones. It's not Square Enix's fault, as we can have a max of 2 dyes per item. But damn, why not render all 4 feathers dyeable instead of just 2? It greatly harms the potential of that hat. But it's still great. As I said, it has a unique shape, not wearable on any glam, sure, but it's the same as the Altail, etc. You find one glam that fits this hat and it will become the centerpiece and highlight. I wanted to put it in A tier, but those feathers really bring it down to B. Sorry, Anemos. Okay, so that's the diamond hat of casting, and that's a black mage hat. I'm sorry, like, we get this one with the Stormblood normal raids, but man, it's giving so much black mage energy. Very edgy, and an eye patch. It's dyeable, and I like that the feathers takes on different shades of the color chosen. Nice touch. But yeah, this eye patch not being hideable is such a waste. It doesn't add much to the feeling of the hat, besides being more edgy and black mage-esque. But also it's not dyeable. A head scratcher of a design for sure. Black mage already has so many great pointy hats. It's a shame this one just can't escape the black mage jail. Still fun, love the little dangly thing. C tier though. Okay, done. Now what do we have for shadow? Oh. Okay. I might make enemies for these. But I've always wanted to just ditch the dwarf mask. The dwarven cotton petasos of casting and healing has a good shape. It is so great. The fact that it goes in a spiral is a classic, yet only those have it. They are dyeable, but man, those masks. If you're making a dwarf glam, sure, but then again, if you're not a Lala, you're going to end up looking weird as fuck. I might use it on a tank though, if we ever get more glamour plates. But as of now, it goes in C tier. The facet hat of casting. I've been using this one on my summoner for the longest time. It has a lot of sharp edges and angles, perfect for a draconic type of look, but also great for a nature-oriented theme, as it has some kind of rugged exterior. It has a medium size and a lot of details, and I believe it's really splashable in a lot of looks. But it's only the best for a draconic look. There are better options for the other lamps. It's still good, but not the most exciting. I would say B tier. Speaking of simple, well, I don't think we can get any simpler than those. The shadowless petasos of casting and healing are great, don't get me wrong. Simple isn't a bad thing, but thank God we can remove this mask this time, which makes those hats way much cooler. You know what sucks though? It's not dyeable. Sure, thanks to Endwalker, we got two new color variants, which are deep blue and deep purple. And this makes this hat more splashable. And thanks to its simple design, it goes well with a lot of looks. That's always a good point. It's just not the most exciting, even if I still want to wear it. But for me, the possibilities are very limited. C tier for the shadowless petasos of casting and healing. Another black mage hat. This idolized witch petasos is ditching the edginess for a more flamboyant vibe, which I find funny for some reason. I don't know, for Shadowbringer, Black Mage was like, what else? Anyway, it's a good pointy hat. Though why so many feathers on those pointy hats? I want more things like leaves, mushrooms, lights, algae, flowers. I don't know, be more bold with your choice of embellishments, Square Enix. But yeah, it's a good pointy hat. Not dyeable, sadly, as it would have been perfect for my red mage. But alas, C tier. Okay, now for Endwalker, and it will be quick because it only has one hat. It's the Specona's Petasos. And yes, we haven't finished yet with the Black Mage hats because here's another one. This one is okay. At least it's dyeable. It's a very, I don't know, soft and tired hat. It looks like it's tired of being pointy, so it just lies down. Not a very exciting pointy hat, if I'm being honest. I've worn it on my Black Mage for a bit, maybe a few months. But damn, with the Aram Reborn one, this is my least favorite. But I'm wearing it on my Miner. I think it looks okay with that gatherer. Still not the best pointy hat by any means. C tier. Now let's wrap this video up with those 5 hats provided by DAWNTRAIL. The mountain linen hat of casting and healing. That's another cover your face type of hat. but this one is actually fun. The pointy hat and the bandages are dyeable separately, so you can do some horrific things. It's a very particular hat though, which comes at the cost of versatility. What kind of mage would wear this hat? A mysterious one? A hermit? A disfigured one? I don't know. For now I'm using it for my bard and my ninja. Still, maybe too particular and not enough flashy to be like memorable C tier. The Archmage Petassos, the last Black Mage hat, at least for now. I'm currently wearing it on my Black Mage Glam and I really enjoy its design. It's simple, has neat details, love dingling things, and is very effective. You can dye the hat and also the cloth wrapped around it, which is a nice touch. It has that velvet texture to it that a lot of DAWNTRAIL's mages outfits have, and it's cool looking. A tier, it looks comfortable, and is just a great, simple yet effective pointy hat. Very splashable in my opinion. Not as much as others, sure, but still great. The Ephemerist's hat, a new Astro pointy hat. I thought I'd never see the day. This one is simpler than the level 60, which means more splashable. Same velvet texture as the Black Mages, but of course it's an Astro hat, so the embellishments tell the tale of a fortune teller. But still, this one is less focused on that side of the design, so I think other jobs and glams can wear it and still be fine. Another S tier. The Neo Kingdom hat of casting and healing. Those are funky ones. They have an odd shape, odd texture on them, just... yeah, odd in general. But I like them. A lot, in fact. I'm wearing the healing one on my sage. The only thing you have to be on the lookout for is the underside of those hats, which is not dyeable. Blue or red, make your choice. I've seen this hat being used for a lot of different glams, so be my guest, do wild glams with it. Not a simple hat, yet very effective. The true oddball amongst the pointies, A tier. As of patch 7.41, the Archangel's Petassos of casting is the last pointy hat we have received. And it is so small! It just does not go well with a grandiose look. But still, for a tiny hat like that, the level of personalization is truly great. And for a softer magical glam, this hat might be the best. Still not my favorite. B tier. Yeah, I think this is about right. There are no bad pointy hats in my opinion. I think everyone can at least like one of them. Some extensions have been more generous than others with the pointy hats, and I hope 8.0 will deliver even more witches hat for us to toy with. But yeah, do yourself a favor and add a pointy hat to your glam. Magically yours, Pointy.